Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your boy Uche again. Let's talk about the Bible story or verse or passage that has given rise to the term sodomy. What happened with Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible. Now, disclaimer, I'm going to just be honest. I have not read that Bible verse. I have heard so much of it that I was able to put two and two together to understand what happened in that Bible verse, okay? I don't need to read it. I just think it's commonsensical. But I could read it if I wanted to, but I don't think I'll pick up anything new. Again, like I said, it's commonsensical. But I understand that this has become the pillar of homophobia and biphobia, heteronormativity, and all kinds of bullshit. I understand it. So I'm here to clarify it. Again, like I said, I haven't read it, but I don't need to read it because I believe it's commonsensical. I believe, okay, all the Bible enthusiasts or whatever it is that y'all are called, feel free to correct me. I may be using the wrong lingos, but trust me, I'm still on the same page, Shaq, because again, it's common sense. I believe what happened is, I believe that is it prophets or angels? I think it's angels that were sent to Sodom and Gomorrah, or they were going through Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were taken in by Lot. I think it was late at night, and Lot took them in and, took care of them. And then I guess the village people came knocking on the door, asking him to produce his guests so that they can know them. Usually in the Bible, when the Bible says to know someone, is usually sexually. And then God got angry and I guess destroyed the city as a result of that. I know a lot of these bigoted Christians don't want to hear this, but that Bible verse has nothing to do with homosexuality. It has nothing to do with that at all. I'm guessing the angels were men, I'm guessing. But it wouldn't make any difference if they were women either. Okay, let me explain this. There's another Bible verse that says something along the lines of whenever you have a stranger in your home or your home country, you need to treat them as one of yours. To me, that's commonsensical, in my opinion. That part is commonsensical. Because when you have somebody in your home, let's say, I am here in America, in Texas, and somebody from, I don't know, Uganda visits me. Okay? This is their first introduction to the US. They're very far from home, very homesick, probably. Their minds haven't really adjusted here, still a foreign land to them. And because I live here, this is my home now, it will be the loving thing to do to try to make them feel at home so they don't feel like a stranger in a strange land, so that their spirit is at ease, so that they can maximize what it is that they came here to do. Whether it's God's work, vacation, a hospital visit, whatever the situation is, they can maximize it because someone that is from here or a native from here has made them feel at home in body, mind, and spirit. That is the right Christian thing to do. And I'm sure that is written somewhere in the Bible. So when these people came, I think they came to Sodom and Gomorrah or going through Sodom and Gomorrah as a result of their work, that God has sent them. I think they're angels, not prophets, right? The right thing to do was what Lot was doing, to bring them in and take care of them and give them hospitality. But these other people were trying to abuse them sexually. And that pissed God off. And understandably so. It wouldn't make any difference if they were women. Imagine you're a woman, an American woman, right? And you travel to some country in Africa, let's say Zimbabwe, for some mission work. And you get there and let's say somebody in one of the villages sees you, oh, an American, you're here. And they take you in and they cook for you and they take care of you as one of their own to show gratitude as to the fact that you left your home that's way more comfortable to come to their village to help them out, right? And then while you're there, maybe having dinner with them and a whole bunch of villagers, from Zimbabwe, come knocking on the door, telling the person hosting you, yeah, where's that fine girl at? So we can, we can use her. And everybody just laughs. Ha 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 ha. That is disrespectful. That would be hurtful to you as a woman, as a man, as anybody, point blank, period. It doesn't necessarily negate the fact that maybe you would be interested in those men on your own if they were to come to you at a whole different time, a whole different hour. Maybe the man even talking is very attractive, but the point is still the principle of someone disrespecting you while you are there to do God's work. That's what pissed God off. Because it's the complete opposite of what you are supposed to do when a stranger is in your home. You're supposed to treat a stranger with utmost love, respect, just like your own. And these people fail to do that. This has nothing to do with homosexuality. Yes, I know probably the Bible talked about the gender of the angels. I guess they took human forms, for humans to be able to interact with them, or maybe for them to be able to blend in. And their form just happened to be men. But it would not have made a difference if they were women. I believe that if these angels had been women, the preaching would have been totally different. Like when they preach about this particular Bible verse, it would have been the lesson to be learned would have been totally different. Maybe then they would get the message like, hey, make sure you treat strangers with respect, or treat women with respect, or some nonsense. Some people always read the Bible and then they miss the point of what the Bible talks about because of your bias. A lot of people just lead with their bias and just lack the humility to admit that we don't really know anything. That's what Bible studies are supposed to be for. When you rub minds with people, you study and learn for your own understanding, and rub minds with same people with the same spiritual discernment, as opposed to you just letting your bias, your ego, and your bigotry just lead. Which is why it's unfortunate that this whole Sodom and Gomorrah story has been converted into homophobia, to the point that a whole terminology of sodomy has been coined out of it. Ooh, Chad. So that is the real reason why God got angry and destroyed the city. It wasn't anything to do with homosexuality. It's just more so the people's ruthlessness and behavior, disrespect towards the angels that God sent to them to deliver message. I don't know if they were going to Sodom and Gomorrah to deliver message or going through. These men have been knowing men for a long time, and they're not the only men in the Bible. In the days of the Bible, knowing men. If God wanted to destroy them, God would have destroyed them a long time ago. God didn't need the angels to interact with them first before destroying them. So it is very possible that their behavior is more so a reflection of the arrogance that the people are used to. Like the people are very arrogant. They just don't care anymore. Perhaps that's why even God sent the angels to deliver the message to them. Sort of like Jonah was sent to Nineveh to deliver message to the indigenous people over there, right? Because their wickedness is so much. Again, it's a thing of arrogance. It has nothing to do with homosexuality. It's just arrogance, to the audacity for you to just be so bold and audacious to disrespect someone who's a stranger in your home. That tells me that your mentality is just reeking of wickedness. And that mentality is just so rampant in that city, to the point that God is just like, okay, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like the fact that you are so arrogant and so disrespectful to my own messengers, yeah, you deserve this. That's what the real story is about. Nothing to do with homosexuality. Okay? So please, my LGBTQ people, don't let all these pastors, I don't even know why I keep paying these pastors anything more than dust. But don't let all these pastors and all these religious people get into your head and just do all kinds of nonsense in your brain because of some Bible passage that even themselves they don't even understand. Because look, let me tell you something, everybody's saying and behaviors. I can find Bible verses to condemn it, but nobody's talking about those ones. It's really interesting how a lot of Christians just feel so lazy with God. Like they lie, they cheat, they steal, they gossip, they do all kinds of shit, watch porn, all kinds of shit. And they just have the audacity because God will take care of us through grace. We're forgiven through grace. But when it comes to homosexuality, oh, no, 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 no. See, that is a sin that cannot be forgiven. That's where God draws the line. But you've been cheating on your wife. You're addicted to porn. You drink. You're a liar. You're a gossip. You are braggadocious. You have pride and envy. You have all these things going on with you, but somehow you are covered by grace. But the gay person, the lesbian, that's where God draws a line. Child fucking please, couldn't be my black ass. But anyway, I hope this makes sense. And if you don't believe me, read it for yourself and use your own spiritual discernment. Uche, peace and love.